I've failed not once, not twice, but 3 times to impress Uncle Roger.
He forgot to make aroma oil. No more spanking in cooking video. Uncle Roger, so proud of you. You make fried rice, it looks so good. But I cannot give you the uncle title because you didn't make the rice yourself. You make 3 big mistakes here. Pounding technique not good. You should want the oil to separate, and please, no red pepper in Thai green curry.
Today, I'm trying once again to earn his coveted uncle title. Right now, I'm just Nephew Nick. I want to be Uncle Nick. The only person I know with the uncle title is Gordon Ramsay, and he actually lost his title at one point.
Gordon, your egg fried rice so good. Why your ramen so bad? Uncle Roger cannot call you Uncle Gordon anymore. I need to take back that title.
This should tell you how difficult it is to achieve and even maintain this award. There may be a day when chefs covet this award more than Michelin stars. I'm so humiliated, so tired that I have a few questions for Uncle Roger before attempting for a 4th time.
Who calling me?
Uncle Roger!
Hi, Nephew Nick. How you get my number?
I need the uncle title.
Why you stalking me? You make so many videos now. You still hi.
Uncle Roger, you don't understand. I haven't been sleeping very well. I need this uncle title.
Okay, what you making this time?
I'm gonna make Vietnamese pho.
Oh no, you're gonna make all the Vietnamese ancestor cry. You just have to respect the traditional way of making good Asian food. So for pho, make sure your broth super flavorful and clean, not like your dirty ass ramen broth. Hiya.
This is my 4th time. Has anyone ever tried this many times?
No, it's just you. You tried so many times and you found my number. You the most annoying guy on internet.
Uncle Roger, I am going to spend the whole day making pho, and it's gonna make you so happy.
Okay, let's see how you do.
Better than Jamie Oliver, I know that.
That very easy. Baby can make food better than Jamie Oliver.
Uncle Roger, this is gonna be my final attempt. If I don't get uncle title today, I don't have enough energy to keep doing this.
Okay, last chance for you to try to make Uncle Roger proud. Good luck.
I'm going to make Vietnamese pho. I'm just kidding. It's pronounced pho. It's as if you're saying but you remove the K. And speaking of Gordon Ramsay, he's taught us many times over how to properly pronounce the word pho.
Get out!
Fat useless sack of fuck.
That's fine dining! I find
If you haven't heard of pho, it's the most famous Vietnamese noodle soup in the world. Go smack a like on the video. And if you haven't heard, we're trying to catch Uncle Gordon. So go whack that subscribe button too. It's time to go grab some ingredients. If we're gonna make a recipe that takes 8 hours, we better go get good ingredients. We're gonna head to an amazing Asian supermarket to grab a few things.
Man, let's go.
We're making pho. Yeah. Good, right? We're back with all the ingredients we need, and we have all the tools to make the perfect pho. So let's begin. I'll start by charring off the skins of several onions just to get that nice roasted and smoky flavor. In my opinion, this is a necessary step for making pho.
Do it.
Once we have that nice dark char, we can set our onions aside. Now we'll do the exact same thing with our ginger. The smells from all of this should be absolutely incredible. And once again, it's a step in cooking that most people would skip, but it'll bring out such complex and deep flavor in any dish you use it with. Our ginger is properly charred, so we'll set it aside and move on. Now in a medium pan, I'll add about 8 to 10 pods of star anise, which smells exactly like licorice, a couple cinnamon sticks, a few cardamom pods, a small handful of coriander seeds, a few fennel seeds, which also have that licoricey flavor, and last but not least, a few whole cloves. Wow, that smells amazing. I'll dry toast these for about 3 to 5 minutes over medium heat. And keep in mind, you can adjust the levels of these seasonings in whatever way you'd like. Throughout Vietnam, pho is often made in slightly different ways, so feel free to get creative. At this point, we'll take our cute little spice sachet and add in all of our toasted seasonings.
Nick, it's a tea bag. They tea bag me.
To begin the process with all our meat, I'll begin by squeezing a few lemons into a big pot. Toss in the lemon halves too. Next, we'll fill our pot with cold water. It's time to add in our meat. For the bones and meat, we want marrow-rich beef bones such as knuckles or leg bones. No neck bones. Into our cold pot of water, we'll add in some beautiful oxtail, some gorgeous short rib, a giant piece of flank steak, and a little piece of brisket. To finish this off, we'll add a nice handful of salt, give it a nice stir, and let it soak for 1 hour. Hey, wake up. It's been an hour. We'll discard our lemon halves and bring the pot to high heat, boiling the bones and meat for 5 minutes. Now we'll rinse our beef off in this cold water, and as you can see, we've gotten tons of that gunkiness and dirtiness right out of our meat. Trust me, I've learned the hard way by making this mistake in the past.
You can't strain out the brown color.
It cost me an uncle title. Not today.
Not today!
Do not talk unless I tell you to. Many people think they're gonna lose a bunch of flavor if they throw this broth out. And that's not the case. The good stuff will really come out of our bones and beef when we cook it at a low temperature over a long period. So now we'll rinse out our pot. Now onto a sheet tray, we'll add some paper towels, then place down our beef and bones to dry. Now we'll pat our meat dry. Then to our pot with fresh water, we'll add back that parboiled meat and blast this on the highest heat possible for 3 to 4 minutes. This is where we're gonna see lots of impurities come to the top. Once this has been going for several minutes, we'll gently remove the gunk from the top until the top of our pot looks nice and clear. Now we reduce to low and partially cover for 3 hours. While we wait, we'll prepare You're fired. Get out. While we wait, we'll prepare our vegetables. To start, a daikon radish. I want to leave most of my vegetables in nice large pieces. So for this, I'll just do a nice rough chop. For our onions, I'll peel away all of our charred bits. Forgetting to peel these will make for a pretty cloudy broth.
Tonkatsu broth not supposed to look like dirt water. Hi.
And last but not least with our ginger, I'll simply take a spoon and peel off that charred outside layer. Once this has been simmering for 3 hours, I'll add in my charred but peeled onions. And I don't want to overpower it with ginger, so I'll break this in half and add in some ginger, maybe just a little bit more. And then a few nice hunks of my daikon radish. We'll season again with more salt, Osmo of course. And then we'll add just a bit of this beautiful rock sugar, which I'll grate directly into my pot. Again, we can adjust all our seasonings to our liking later. Now we'll simmer this for another 2 hours. After quite a long period of time, we can remove those veggies, and it's time to teabag. You can add some fish sauce if you'd like as well, and we'll cook this yet again for 3 more hours. While we wait for our broth, it's time to soak our noodles. Quite simply, we add our rice noodles to a bowl of lukewarm water and let them sit for about 30 to 45 minutes. After 8 hours, when it's literally getting dark outside, our pho broth is complete. And pho is all about the broth. So I'm gonna have my cameraman Manny, who has never tried pho in his life, come and taste.
All right, let's try this. It's really hot, and I don't have the heat tolerance Nick does, so I don't have to blow on this. That's hot. That's really good. The first thing I taste is just like a ton of spices from when we were teabagging it, but the rest is kind of like this great, like meaty broth, has a ton of flavor, but I could use a little salt. And speaking of which, I'm starting my own cooking channel.
All right, get out. We'll remove our sachet, as well as all of our meat and bones. Our meat is soft and tender, to the point that the bone should slide right out. Now it's time for our noodles. For some reason, mine says Helen on it, and I always hear Uncle Roger talking about someone named Auntie Helen. I don't even know who she is.
I have a feeling my favorite Auntie Helen gonna be Nigella Lawson.
Once my noodles have soaked, I actually like to cook them in the broth itself. My thought is this: why dilute your pho with a bunch of water if you've worked so long and so hard to achieve such an amazing flavorful broth? By cooking the noodles in the broth, you'll soak up some of that flavor. It makes for a more delicious and powerful pho experience. Now we'll make a few nice slices of our beautiful flank steak, which is soft and tender, almost like the juicy briskets I always make. Oh my googa. Meat doesn't get juicier than this. And then it's time to assemble. On one side, we'll go in with our beautiful rice noodles, and on the other side, some lightly blanched bean sprouts. Then we'll go in with some beautiful thinly sliced beef. I'll also add in a few slices of this juicy flank steak that's already cooked. Now to finish things off, I'll strain my broth into the bowl, cooking that meat as I pour. This one last strain through the chinois makes it so that we have this perfectly smooth pho broth. I'll finish it off with a few nice leaves of Thai basil, 1 or 2 wedges of lime, I like 2. And then in a bowl off to the side, I'll add some hoisin sauce as well as a nice squirt of sriracha. This is for dipping our meat in, but don't add it to the broth. You've worked too hard for this. Give yourself a pat on the back because you just made the perfect pho. Believe it or not, in the north of Vietnam, pho is a little bit saltier. They use a lot more Osmo. And in the south, it's a bit sweeter. For this, I've tried to find that perfect balance between the two. This really is a fantastic pho. The noodles cook perfectly. The broth, so incredibly clear and complex. It's definitely a recipe that takes a while. And we did more prep for this than we do most recipes in this kitchen. But it's also so incredibly rewarding. And speaking of rewards, Uncle Roger, I think it's time. Am I an uncle?